Hey everybody, so I'm out here in the woods. Obviously I just want to spend a little time talking about tarps. If you follow my channel at all, you know that my favorite way of sleeping and getting good rest in the outdoors is with a hammock. No doubt about it. I've tried tarps, tents, hammocks. Hammocks by far for me is a way to go if I really want to get a good night's sleep. Having said that, camping with a tarp, it's just got some there's something about it. You're more exposed. Your views are pretty much unlimited, and it's just a good feeling. It kind of gets you a little more involved with nature, if that makes sense. So today I'm going to talk about 3 of my favorite setups with a 10x10 or a 3x3. My tarp is a DD 3 meter by 3 meter or 10 foot by 10 foot. It's a little less than 10 foot, but it's square, right? Basically with 16 tile points on the perimeter and across the middle. So enough rambling. Let me just show you my 3 favorite tarp setups. So this first one's called the Plow point. It's really probably the simplest of the 3 to set up. You just put a loop around a tree with a loop in it, in itself, you know, just to connect the corner part of the tarp. You're going to grab any corner with a square tarp, it doesn't matter, and then just use a stick or for any kind of toggle there to hold that in. Raise it up a little. Usually like to go head height. So now we're going to take the exact opposite corner and just pull it out, stake it in the ground. Then grab one of the other corners, stake it out, and then the other corner, and you're done. You can see there's a lot of room in here. You can also, on the top side, there's a tie out on the outside right here. You can pull it up to either a trekking pole or a stick or a branch or a guideline to do this, to get more headroom under here. But it's a real super quick, super functional setup with a lot of protection. You can fit a ton of gear in here, and it's good for one. You could do 2 people in gear in here. So this shelter, it's just a matter of tying a piece of cordage between 2 trees. These trees are probably, I don't know, 18-20 feet apart, about chest high. And on this end I just use a simple trucker's hitch. Got it pretty tight. I believe this one's called the Adirondack shelter. And what I'm doing is I pulled one of the corners over the ridge line, and you go 2 tiebacks back, okay, on each side. And I'm going to use a prusik knot on each end here. We'll use a prusik on each end to hold that tight. So you can see I got a prusik knot here with a wood toggle and another one down that end, and that allows the peak, if you will. I'm just going to flip it over the top for now, but you could stake this out as like an awning of sorts, but let's do this for now. So that's the first step. This one we're coming 2 tie-out points from this corner. Pretty much in line with the other one. Take this other corner, pull it in. This is like your little doorway, or your little sidewall, if you will. Here. There you go. You can see from the end here, there's plenty of coverage under there, and you can always what I usually do is, off this tie out here, I'll pull this up like that, get a lot more coverage down below. Pardon my shadow here, but I just want to show you the front. Like I said, you could always pull this up over here, pin it down to a string to the ground and get a lot of coverage, but I don't usually do that. I usually, when I do this, it's not very often, it gives you a great opportunity. A great opportunity to have a fire out in front. It's freaking awesome. Of course, you want to, you know, common sense dictates if the wind's coming in this way, you don't want to set it up like this. You do it just the opposite, so the wind's coming up the back way. Plenty of room here, though. Even with this not pulled out, plenty of room for your gear down there. Up here, plenty of coverage. Awesome. Here's the third and final setup I want to show. This quite possibly might be my favorite. It's really simple. It does take a little you know, practice getting it right, but I think the name is called the Gunion. You can check it out. I can't take credit for pretty much any of these designs. I saw this one in particular from a YouTuber named Marty Morissette. I believe he's a Canadian dude. Got some great videos, and this is where I learned this setup from him. I'll try to put a link in the description for Marty's channel, but yeah, there's plenty of room. Again, the setup, and you also got a partial floor there. The setup process is basically you pull, here's one corner of the tarp, there's the other. You pull it kind of tight, you go back 2 tabs, 1, 2, put a stake in, and then you pull the other corner, well, you pull the other corner off this corner, if that makes sense. It's going to be kind of hard to follow. About 1.5 feet, 2 feet away from here, and then you stand a trekking pole or a stick here, about 145 centimeters, and then down here on this end you do the same thing, only you just come in 2 from the corner, 1, 2, and you have a shorter pole there. I think that one's like 110, 115, and you pull it out opposing each other, so it provides a ridge line. And the cool thing about this is, well, let me show you the other side. Plenty of coverage. You can see there's plenty of coverage, and once you do this a couple times, it's super easy to do. And it's got a small footprint, you know what I'm saying? If you've got a small patch of woods just like this, there's roots and trees and rocks everywhere, but I was able to get this in here. This, like the Plow point and the Adirondack, you can always pull this out to get a lot more coverage under there if you want. Yeah, super easy. It takes practice, folks, you know. That's what I'm doing now. I'm just refreshing myself and my tarp skills here. I'm contemplating doing a solo tarp camp real soon. Another cool thing, if you want a little porch here, all you gotta do is connect a guideline of sorts, like so. And look at that, man, you got a little cool little porch. Plenty of coverage. Plenty of coverage here. I really like this setup. super nice. You can pull this out. See that? A lot more room. Very nice. So there you go. That's 3 of my favorite tarp setups with this particular tarp, the 10x10 DD Hammocks 10x10 Sil Poly tarp. Give it a shot. It's fun using a tarp, and I think you'll really enjoy the outdoor experience quite a bit more. You're more connected, if that makes sense. So until next time, folks, peace.